Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Megan Martin and I'm here today to represent Leeton Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm a business owner, I'm a teacher and I'm a mother. Why is it the so-called experts can't get the balance right?
They're stupid!
I believe there's enough water to deliver on the triple bottom line for the environment, for the economy and for the community. But that is not what we're being offered here. That is not what we're being delivered. The plan is going to come at a huge cost to our communities, and the modelling being used is fundamentally flawed. Every person in this room at this meeting can tell you exactly what this plan is going to cost. It will cost our farms and our jobs. It will cost our business and our customers. It will cost our marriages and our livelihood, and ultimately our communities. Country people are resilient by nature. We will fight and we will survive. But why should we be condemned to just surviving? When my husband and I chose to come back to the MIA and to raise our family here, it was so that we could thrive and prosper, not to merely survive. Water cuts of up to 28% in the Murrumbidgee Valley will effectively place our communities in permanent, man-made drought. The major difference between natural droughts, which we have survived and thrived over in the last 100 years of irrigation, and a man-made drought, is that in a natural drought we have hope. We know that it will rain eventually. In a man-made drought there is no hope, and people without hope are dangerous. Many basin communities have faced adversity before: closure of major industries, drought, but the loss of water rights cuts to the core of every business and every industry at the same time. The plan will cause cuts in production and result in the loss of thousands of jobs across the basin, not only in agriculture but in every business that is directly and indirectly affected, and the ripple effects will be overwhelming. It will result in the closure of schools, of hospitals, of businesses in all of the irrigation-dependent towns. In my community, as in many of the basin communities, the majority of businesses are small businesses. They are owner-operated, they are family businesses, and directly or indirectly independent on irrigation. We cannot offset our losses like multinational businesses can. We cannot transfer our staff to a busier store. We cannot close one store here and open in another area, because our economic viability is interwoven in the fabric of our community. Almost a year ago, the guide to the draft of the plan was released, and this generated uncertainty and caution amongst the community, as we've already heard. After a year of meetings, discussions, what we thought was progress but seems to be political rhetoric, the draft has been released and it's singing much the same tune. The major difference is now we have certainty. We are certain that it is an unbalanced plan. There's not a single person at this meeting that would not wish to see a healthy, functioning environment. Our livelihoods depend on it, but not at the expense of food production and our communities. Can the bureaucrats not see that their plan is unbalanced when the home of a frog is being given greater value than a home of a family? It's an unbalanced plan when the value of waterfront mansions are given greater value than food production. That it's an unbalanced plan plan when the nesting habitats of birds are deemed more important than the nesting and migration habits of our working population? Can they not see that it's an unbalanced plan when the feeding of a wetland is given more value than the feeding of the Australian and the world population? Mr. Chairman and dignitaries that are in a position to make a difference, I beg of you today, there is enough water for a healthy environment, a healthy economy and a healthy community. Every person that's here at this meeting has chosen to live in the Murrumbidgee irrigation area, and many of them have been part of our proud 100-year history. Please deliver us a balanced plan before it ruins our business, our families and our communities.